Alright, hello, and welcome to another Looney Tunes During the Golden Age video. Today we have 3 for the price of 1, with the terrifying trio of the 3 bears, which are Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. Created by Chuck Jones in 1944, they would go on to appear 5 times during the Golden Age. In this video, I'll look through each of those shorts and give my opinions, while providing some hopefully interesting information. Unlike other characters, they would tend to only appear by themselves, and would rarely interact with any other Looney Tunes alumni. So, with that intro complete, let's get into the cartoons.
Remember the story of the 3 bears? Well, why can't we do the same thing? But when Goldilocks goes upstairs to sleep, wham!
The first appearance of the 3 bears would be in 1944's Bugs Bunny and the 3 Bears. Starring, surprisingly, Bugs Bunny. I know, I'm shocked as well. It's a parody of Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, one of the most common fairy tales to be parodied by Looney Tunes, probably only behind Red Riding Hood. But rather than Goldilocks, we have Bugs Bunny and his golden locks, who is alerted to the bear's house by the smell of fresh carrot stew. It's funny to see these shorts in high quality, and with the ability to pause the cartoon, which of course you couldn't do when visiting the theatres back in the day, as there's some quite saucy content hidden in the backgrounds. What a dirty bear that Papa Bear is. No wonder Mama Bear wants to leave him and ends up infatuated by Bugs later in the cartoon.
Stop! Don't you dare lay a hand on him, you brutes!
It's a great introduction to the 3 bears, all with their distinct personalities, with Papa Bear being the leader of the house, scheming to capture Goldilocks, and with Mama Bear being more shrewd, shy, and just willing to go along with whatever her husband wants. And of course, Baby Bear. Despite being a giant, he is the youngest and dumbest of the group, often getting hit by his father for messing up the plans. Overall, a great first short for the group. I'll give Bugs Bunny and the 3 Bears an 8 out of 10.
Somebody's been sleeping in my bed. Oh, goody, goody. A snowman.
After a 4-year break, our 3 favourite bears are back. This time without anyone to disturb them, as this short revolves around hibernation. This short really emphasises Papa Bear's anger issues, as his rage builds and builds throughout the short, as he struggles to get a good night's sleep. I can certainly relate to this, as I'm sure everyone else can as well, when we have those nights where you just can't sleep. Although with bears, they want to sleep throughout the whole winter, so imagine not sleeping for 3 months. No wonder he's a bit cranky in this one. Although, if it did snow here like it does in this cartoon, I'd be out like a shot. The snow always looks so magical in classic Warner Brothers and Disney cartoons. Something so relaxing about it. We find out a few things about our favourite bears. Mama Bear is a master of gin rummy. She could probably give my late grandfather a run for his money. And she also loves to sleep with the window open, even with the freezing cold winds outside. Meanwhile, looking at Junior Bear's chart, he really needs to brush his teeth. It's another brilliant short, and it shows the 3 bears can be entertaining just by themselves, without needing to add any more characters in. It gets a 9 out of 10 from me.
Junior. Oh, that dirty bee! I will mash him!
Clearly getting momentum and popularity, the shorts would start to come thick and fast, with the Bee-deviled Bruin coming out 1 year after What's Brewin'? As we all know, bears love honey, At least they do in cartoons. None more so than Papa Bear, who after believing Junior has consumed the last of the honey, he is determined to get more of the sweet stuff. The cartoon revolves around Pa and Junior's efforts to obtain more honey, with varying results. Not sure if anyone else wants a bee sandwich?
Get off that wire!
At times the cruelty of Pa smacking his son can seem rather harsh. It reminds me of Homer strangling Bart, which would often be cited as the first showing of a dysfunctional family on TV. But in reality, that would most certainly go to the Three Bears. If only Papa Bear listened to his wife, who throughout the episode is silenced after she tries to tell him there's a whole cupboard full of honey. Again, superb slapstick throughout this short. Another strong one. It's got to be an 8 out of 10.
This ought to make us the top act in the business. Let her go!
Go, Henry.
A brilliant year for the Bears, as we get 2 shorts in 1 year, with Bare Feet also being released in 1949. Something I haven't mentioned is how every one of these Three Bears shorts begins with a narrator, introducing the characters as if it's a storybook. This would be the final time it was used. And despite appearing in the first Three Bears short, canonically Bugs Bunny is also a comic book character in this universe, as we see Junior Bear enjoying his Bugs Bunny comics. This time we see more of Pa Bear's scheming personality. After seeing an advert in the paper for a Trick Bear act, he decides to get all the family involved in trying to create the best circus act. Some of the ideas included unicycling on a tightrope, the trapeze act, and of course the classic high diving act. If only Yosemite Sam was here to see it. I know how much he loves those high diving acts. After going through hours and hours of pain and torment, Papa Bear decides it's been a success of sorts, only to find out the paper he was reading was over 20 years out of date, which is hilarious because how did he not even realise the paper he was reading was that old? This leads to one of the darkest endings to any Looney Tunes short, which is saying something, as numerous shorts would end in a character committing suicide. This time after being so distraught that all his pain and suffering was for nothing, Pa jumps off a cliff to end it all, which would leave his family with no father and husband. But after the high standards of the previous shorts, this one still gets a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Let go of me, you lackwit!
Breakfast in bed for Pa. I am doing a good thing on Father's Day.
The last Golden Age short to feature the Three Bears would be A Bear for Punishment from 1951. The family are here to celebrate Father's Day, despite Pa Bear being a cruel and harsh father figure, often punching his son and not listening to his wife. But it's time to celebrate him. It was around this time where Chuck was told to ditch a lot of his secondary characters in favour of the more popular Wile E. Coyote, Pepe Le Pew, and Bugs Bunny and Daffy shorts, which sadly saw the acts for the likes of the Three Bears, along with Claude Cat and Charlie Dog. At least we get to go out on a bang, even if Pa Bear hates Father's Day and breakfast in bed.
I hate breakfast in bed!
I'm sorry, that was an awful Pa impression. But these are all terrible things in Pa Bear's eyes, mostly because he knows his family will mess things up. We have an amazing scene where, after believing Pa might be dead, Mama Bear decides to cover the cake in respect. One of my favourite jokes in the Three Bears cartoons. The short ends with a fantastic musical masterpiece, performed by Mama Bear and Junior, which, although excruciating for Pa Bear, it's a wonderful way to end the series. This is my favourite Three Bears short, getting a 9.5 out of 10.
When my little pink cheeks are pale with fright, who is it that lifts me and holds me tight? My paw.
Unlike many other Looney Tunes favourites, they end on a high and go out on their peak. Also with no duds in their lineup. If you have never seen a Three Bears short, I'd highly recommend seeking them out. They are some of Chuck Jones' best work. I hope you all enjoyed this little look back in history. I've certainly enjoyed revisiting these classic cartoons. But that's all, folks. So take care and leave me alone.